That's cool, man.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
great. I always like to talk to people who organize groups as well because I organize my own too, and
Yeah, you
that's
have a tech group, is it?
yeah. They
Yeah.
have
Cool.
two. Actually, there's one that I founded and one that I become organized. So the ITW, the biggest one, is a friend of mine. They created, so I just help to organize nowadays. And the other one is the one that I created called Higher Brain. Is more towards CV building and curriculum and interview training. It's more
Mm.
like towards tech workers, but but one of the things that is said that it's really sent out to me that's really important is the way that like internet is very interesting because got us connected to a lot of different parts of the country, parts of the world, and can connect with like-minded people. But as
Mhm.
well, it's interesting to be in person and meet other people because I believe, as I talked to another friend before, we are social beings, so we
Yeah.
need this connection sometimes, and one of the things that you say as well that I think I will bring for the next questions about we're talking here about imposter syndrome.
Mm.
So when someone came over to your group or you see someone have like a struggle on starting on their journey as an entrepreneur, so what are the first advices that you give to them, and what is like what would be the best like to-do list for a person
Mhm.
who's starting on the entrepreneur journey nowadays?
Um, I guess from my side of it, I don't have my own again biases coming through, but it's kind of I'd say talk to people. Get basically find somebody who's doing what you're looking to do and talk to them.
All
Like
right.
because when you look at it, you're at step one, they're on step eight. So
Mm-hmm.
like they can tell you what step two, three, four, five, six, and seven are going to be like to get to
Sure.
where they are, and like they'll have a better insight because each industry is different. So like you can give a very generic overview as what to do as an entrepreneur starting out, which will just say like it'll probably be along the lines of figure out if you're going to be a sole trader or limited and all those kind of things. But I think in terms of like probably the fastest way to do it is just find somebody who's in the position that you're
Mm-hmm.
looking to get in, and like probably find a few of them because you mightn't get a response straight away from the person that might be your ideal
Mm-hmm.
candidate. So just in mine, like if I went reaching out to Hyman Gadsby, I'm probably not going to get a response. Whereas if I tone it back and find maybe not at the level he's at, but like somebody who's still
Mm-hmm.
ahead of me, but is within my reach, that if I message them, they respond. It's just find somebody who's basically ahead of you, talk to them, they'll give you advice on the steps needed to for you to get to even where they are, and then once you get there, they might be a couple of steps on again, so you can get onto them again, or else you can get onto somebody who's further along, and it's just keep following the path and kind of maybe chasing people who are ahead of you for
Yeah,
advice.
definitely.
Yeah.
Nice, man. Oh, that was awesome. But
Mm.
before we wrap up, I gonna bring like some philosophical questions.
Yeah. Actually,
So
could I say one thing just
yeah,
before?
yeah, definitely say it.
Um, So just, I guess it was one part that I didn't mention is I also have a journal. It's a productivity and gratitude journal called
Oh,
Today is
nice.
Greater Today is Greater Than Tomorrow. So I have it here. This is the second edition. It's a bit
Perfect.
tattered now. This is my own one. This is the one I use. But
It's a bad
um,
book.
yeah. So I guess like in simple, it's three tasks for the day. It's three things you're grateful for, and it's a tick the box sequence on the bottom of three emotions you're feeling that day. So it's a very like quick and efficient, I guess, productivity and gratitude
Hmm. Hmm.
uh, journal. And then on the right hand side, you'll have a note section to document whatever you need to throughout the day, whether it be work or how you're feeling or whatever. And then down the bottom, it is just a daily recap because some people like to, I guess, look back on their day at the end of the day. Some people don't, but I just said I'd add it in. Some people
Hmm.
like to journal at night. Some people like to journal in the morning. It depends.
That's cool.
Um, yeah, so this is the second edition. The first edition was a bit more basic. I've kind of
Hmm.
added a few
Hmm.
bits and tried to simplify it because I guess the idea for me came about when, again, it was during COVID. I was hearing, like, because again, it was a time of like a lot of isolation. It was like I like meeting with people. I wasn't allowed to meet. I was finding it particularly tough,
Hmm.
and I was hearing a lot about journaling online and basically the benefits that you can get from it.
Yeah.
So my sister got me a journal, but I found the one that she got me was just a bit too complicated. So I was getting kind of useful with Canva at the time. So I went on to Canva and just created my own. And
Yeah. Yeah.
when I finished, I was kind of like, geez, if I'm able to use it, maybe other people will be too. So I just came up with a name, and it was something that my father had said about my grandmother, that she used to always be saying to them, don't put off until tomorrow what you can do today.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, so I called it Today is Greater Than Tomorrow, the journal. I literally just put a name on
Yeah.
basically a Canva document and printed it. I uploaded it to Amazon KDP and
Yeah.
basically put it out there for people to buy if they wanted. And I got a good response at the time. So I was kind of like, geez, there's actually something there. And people have got onto me saying that they use it and that they like it and that it's useful. So
Yeah. That's nice.
because I like myself, I find it very easy to use. And even in this one, I've added in just basically tips and tricks at the start,
Hmm.
in terms of like maybe planning out your goals for the year. I don't know, you probably heard of it, but it's like basically write out 10 things you want to do this year in the present tense,
Yeah.
as if you already haven't done, and then like
Hmm.
they reckon you'll achieve most of them by doing that, because it's
Yeah.
like the manifestation kind of thing.
Hmm. Yeah.
But
I've
yeah,
done that. I've done that at the beginning of the year, but it was more related to what I wanted to achieve as in a personal technical level, but
yeah,
not much in the business level. But I should have done that. It would
yeah.
be greater.
No, it is good. And like I did it last year, and I found I didn't do all of them, but I did like maybe 7 out of 10, which is
Hmm.
not bad. And I did it this year now, and I do refer back to it because I seen how effective it was last year. So now I refer
Hmm.
back to the one I've done this year, and I'm kind of looking on how many have I got done. And it's just like just the power of writing something down that you can refer back
Hmm.
to.
Hmm.
Even I have a whiteboard here in my house, and like every day I walk past it, and like without even I'd say without even fully psychologically realizing, I'm glancing at it, seeing what's on it, and like working towards what's on the board, because it could be just like it could be something simple like
Yeah.
go get milk, and I'll see it, and it'll
Which
come
is
into my head.
great.
I have to go do that. But
Yeah.
if I didn't write it off on the board, I
Exactly. Yeah.
might
Cool,
remember it.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. I have one. Oh, I want to get one of these journals. Then send me the link later. But
Yeah.
one thing I would say as well is like I don't know if you know Notion is a
Mhm.
platform that
Yeah.
you can build actually your own template there and you can sell it. So I think that would be a nice idea because you can
Yeah.
build the template of your today grade and tomorrow there,
Mm.
and maybe you can like sell the third edition there. Maybe
Yeah.
I don't know. It's an
Great, great
idea.
idea.
Maybe you can reach like out more people who wants to do this more like
Yeah.
online. Maybe.
Like I know I've never really been. I like the idea of writing stuff down. I like the
Sure, I
physical
like that
stuff
too.
done. Whereas but then there's some people who journal on their laptops or on their phones, and
Hmm.
like to me, I'm trying to disconnect from that. That's the whole point of going to the
All
journal.
right. Yeah, yeah.
But some people just I don't know, maybe are just better with they're more comfortable with that. Because like at the same time, then there's other people who prefer to write out their to-do list on a page, whereas my
Hmm.
to-do list is in the notes on my phone.
Hmm.
So it's different
Yeah,
different for
sure.
everyone, different
Yeah.
preferences. But yeah, good idea there. Because I've started to use Notion more. It's crazy the amount of templates and everything that can.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a
There's
savage platform.
it's very interesting. I have some templates there, and it's very nice to see like how people can use it and adapt as well. I didn't
Yeah,
sold it, but I didn't sold any of those. But then that I saw people selling their own way of like doing productivity journals and other stuff. That maybe you can add your 2 cents as well.
yeah. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so yeah, so now